This is the iPhone 14 Plus. It will be available in Malaysia this Friday, the 7th of October, and just like the size of my shirt, it is big. And here are 4 reasons why you should probably get it. But before that, here's a quick dad joke. What did the big flower say to the little flower? Hey there, bud. Now the unboxing process was pretty straightforward, where the box comes in white with the visuals of the phone in the middle. Then at the back there's the specs and the color of the iPhone that you choose. Opening the box cover, there's the phone itself. Then the usual SIM ejector pin, paperwork and the Apple stickers at the top. And the USB-C to Lightning cable at the bottom part of the box. So the first and obvious reason to get this new iPhone 14 Plus is of course the screen size. Now the iPhone 14 Plus was probably the reason why the iPhone Mini was no longer in the lineup, and that is simply because people in general just preferred a bigger screen. Now with a 6.7-inch screen real estate, that is a 21% increase compared to the iPhone 14, where you can view everything on this beautiful Super Retina XDR OLED display. So this would be obviously great from just browsing on websites and using it to view your social media pages or messaging apps. And speaking of apps, do you know what Thanos' favorite app is on his phone? Snapchat.
I told you. You'd die for that.
So yes, gone are the days where you'll need to get the Pro Max variant to afford this kind of a large screen. Because coming from the iPhone 13 Pro Max, you almost can't feel a difference when watching videos on the screen, since it has the same screen to body ratio and even the exact pixel resolution with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So you're getting the same experience, especially with this similar audio quality with these stereo speakers. Now yes, it doesn't have the pro level refresh rate, but if you really think about it, not everybody needs a high refresh rate and people just want a bigger screen, and with the price that has been offered for this iPhone 14 Plus, that is already quite a steal. And by the way, I saw a seagull today. It was so big enough to be a D-gull, but not quite big enough to be an E-gull. Get it? C-D-E. Now for the next reason would be the gaming experience on the iPhone 14 Plus. So as you probably know by now that the iPhone 14 and this iPhone 14 Plus are using the A15 Bionic chipset, and while some may say, but
bro, that is last year's chipset.
But this will give you a sweeter experience. So besides having a larger screen size to play games, all the games ran super smooth thanks to this 5nm chipset, and even until now the latest Snapdragon or even MediaTek chipsets doesn't come close to performing as well as Apple's Bionic chipset, not only from a benchmark test but also in real-time gameplay as well. And this is very apparent when playing games like Genshin Impact, where I could maximize the settings and even toggle the motion blur to turn on. And also worth mentioning is that although it has the similar screen size as its elder brother, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but the good news is that this iPhone 14 Plus is a whopping 37 grams lighter than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. So this would be very comfortable to use when playing mobile games on the phone for a really long time. Now speaking of gaming, what do kids play when their mom or dad takes away their phone? Board games. Now the next reason would be the software features. So the general consensus about the non-Pro variant of the iPhone is that all the cool software features are not brought into their phones. And I'm here to tell you that you are sadly mistaken if you ever thought that. Because features like cinematic mode recording at 4K 30 frames per second are available on the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Plus, both for the rear and the front camera as well. Crash detection is also on these variants, and the super cool and stable action mode are also available on these phones. Then the image processing like the new Photonic engine is on the phone, so taking photos especially on this new main camera and the new front camera with autofocus will give you some really great results both in daylight and lower lighting conditions as well. And you would definitely take advantage of this latest iOS 16 features like lifting an image subject from the background way easier on a bigger screen phone. And you have more widgets to use with, and having a larger full screen album art on the lock screen simply looks better on a larger display. Oh, name a tree that can fit in the palm of your hand. Palm tree.
Why are we still here?
Then the final reason why you should get the iPhone 14 Plus is of course the better battery life. Now, contrary to popular belief, having a bigger screen does not equate to a worse battery life, as the size of the battery on this iPhone 14 Plus is bigger than the iPhone 14, hence making it to last even longer, up to 26 hours of video playback compared to 20 hours on the iPhone 14. And with that amount of hours of video playback, it indeed makes the iPhone 14 Plus to have the best battery life on any iPhone right now. And speaking of battery power, how did Benjamin Franklin feel holding his kite when he discovered electricity? Well, he was shocked.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Okay, so those are 4 solid reasons on why you should consider getting the new iPhone 14 Plus. Now, as mentioned, it will be available this Friday, the 7th of October. And with that being said, which would be your choice? The iPhone 14 or the iPhone 14 Plus? Do let me know in the comment section below, and hope you enjoyed my dad jokes.
No!